Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the brush cutter attachment by Echo, and we're going to be putting that on our new Echo 3020 SRM model, which has a ton of power. So as you can see here, this fits all of these different kinds of models. Now you may ask, well, does it fit the 3020? The 3020 is not on there. It does. You know, these were printed a while back, and as you can see here, this one was made in July 18th, 2018, and the 3020 came out not too long ago. So it's going to fit. It's pretty much the same as these guys as far as the gearbox down at the bottom. There might be some slight differences, but that housing right here will probably be the same, and that's important for the shield. Now this kit does come with this shield, and it does come with this blade. Now you don't want to just put the blade on and leave the standard shield on your trimmer on there. That's not a good idea. This is designed to take the impact of what this guy right here is going to be cutting, and it's also a little bit wider. I think the distance between the blade and the edge here is a little wider than what it is for the trimmer line. So let's go ahead and unbox this guy and get started. Alright, so we went to our local dealer and got this guy. I can't remember how much it was, maybe around $50, $60, something like that. Now I'm going to make sure I got this right. Okay, I want to make sure I don't damage opening this, so that way we can use it to store it. In. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Got all kinds of stuff. Now this is going to be an 8-inch blade. They also make a 10-inch, but this is an 8-inch setup. So here we got our little shield. So this right here tells you the direction that it's going to be spinning. So that blade is going to be spinning counterclockwise when it's cutting, just like it is when it's doing the trimmer line. Alright, here's our bag of important hardware that we're going to need. Screws, bolts, all other kinds of cool stuff. Got a handle here. It's very important to use this handle. Let's see here. How's that going to be set up? I don't know how that goes. We'll figure it out. But if you want to put a handle on there, you can. And then we have the shoulder strap here that you wear on you. This will be facing your back, and it's telling people, hey, you know, 50 feet, be aware of what's going on, and so that's pretty neat. Alright, so here we got the blade. Now this does have an edge on it, but it's not an edge that's super duper sharp. It would probably be a little bit sharper if the painting of the coat of painting wasn't on there, but it doesn't really matter, because that force that it's going to have spinning, it's going to chop right through that stuff so good. So when you're putting this on, you know, here it says 8-inch 8-tooth blade, 20mm arbor, okay, and direction of rotation. So you see here, once you bolt the shield on, see we got the rotation here. You want to make sure that this guy is going to go on just like that. So that way these arrows here are matching this arrow right here, so you know it's going to be spinning in the right direction, and that's what you want right there. Alright, well, I think that's about it. Oh, let's see here. Oh yes, you have your blade conversion kit. And yeah, some important stuff in here you may want to read. To use these blades, you must install these parts. Okay, so that's good to know there. And it gives you some pretty good instructions here, step by step on everything. There's that handle right there. See, there's a guy showing you kind of how to use 2 to 3 feet. Little snap ring there. There's a list of all the parts that should be in your box. Okay, so the rest you can just figure that out. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and put this guy together, and we're going to put it to work today. We're actually going to be heading out to a property that we need to use the chainsaws, but we first need to use the brush cutter. So it's a win-win situation today. So we're gonna put this right here back in here for right now. Oh, you know, we actually do need an instruction manual. We'll put the blade in here for right now. All right. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is you're going to need to grab a pin kind of like this, okay, or a screwdriver or something, and there's going to be a cutout in this wheel, and I don't know if it's going to be matched up on the other side, but you're going to go around till you find it. There we go, we're in it right here. When you know you're in the right spot, you can't open it, or you can't move it, okay, so it's locked in there. You're going to spin this. I can't remember if it's clockwise. Oh, looks like it's counterclockwise. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, here we go, counterclockwise, yep. Alright, so we're going to take that guy off. That guy's going to come off. Alright, so now we need to look at this underside. Okay, so see, we got some. Alright, so these look like these are star screws, so I don't know what size that is. Let's take a look here. Let's start with T27. Alright, those, I think that'll work. It's a little tight, but I think that's, yeah, it's just because grass is in there. So, alright, so we're going to back these guys out. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, you're going to take this little ring off, and then this shield should come right off. Alright, let's open up our little bag of goodies here. Alright, so it looks like, since this right here, let's look at the instruction manual. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this piece on. There we go. No. Okay, so now that we have everything taken apart, we're going to go ahead and you want to install your shield here. Okay. And then put these guys on right here. Now on this underside, the bolts you're going to be using are these three right here, which are a little longer than the ones that came off of it. And then you can have 3 locking nuts, and you want to make sure you use those. So we're going to go ahead and install this guy here. Let's see here. Alright, so we'll put this first one on. Now these little grooves right here are going to go right inside this little slot. So you definitely want to make sure, there you go, just like that. So you don't want it offset, you want it right on the money. Alright. Send that guy through. Maybe we're lined up. We'll see here. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, now we're going to flip it over and go ahead and tighten those nuts on there. I will probably have to get out my small socket set. If you don't have a socket set, I will leave a link in the description below of the small socket set that I have. By Cobalt. So it's a pretty good, well, it's not really small. I'd say it's a pretty good size, but it comes with everything you need. Even has a couple of sets of Allen wrenches. So let's start with 5/32. Oh, perfect. Got it. All right. Let's tighten this guy up. You definitely have to have a socket set. It's one of those must-have tools in the garage. And definitely a good variety of sizes is very important, because you definitely don't want to come across a project that you're doing and you don't have the size. Now you can always go to the store and buy the individual piece that you need, and I've done that before. Those odd sizes, or smaller or larger than what you have or whatever. Alright, so that guy's on. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put on this piece right here. Forgive me for not knowing the names. Okay, so you're going to put this on and you're going to put it upside down. So this part facing downwards. Now you are going to want to face this little notch and the little notch right here. You want them to face each other. That's how you're going to be able to lock the individual piece in. Okay. So now we're going to put our blade on. Now remember the direction of blade. Now you're looking at this upside down. Okay. So the arrows here are facing going this way. So we want to make sure that we put this on, that we're seeing the back side to this. Just like that. There you go. Oh, we'll put our piece on. And it'll slide, it'll fit right on that little spot right there, that little shoulder. Okay, so next we're going to put on our little guy here. Then you're going to put on your locking nut, which is going to be reverse thread. And we're actually going to need the socket set again for that guy. Let's see here. What millimeter is that? Anybody know? Can you guess before we get there? I'm going to say 17. Well, When you're good, you're good. Alright, so before you try to tighten that up, you want to take your little guy right here, and you're going to go ahead and put it in that same area that we put it last time when we tried to take off that other trimmer head. Put this on. Okay. Now you want to be extremely careful. You can wear gloves if you want to wear gloves. That's caught in there now, so now we can go ahead and turn this. Just easy does it. Alright. Now you don't want to use an impact. Just a little tighter than hand tight with this guy right here is all you need. Okay, so this kit comes with several cotter pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It comes with 10 cotter pins. Now anytime you take this off and you want to put your trimmer head back on, you want to use a brand new cotter pin. It's so important. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put it through that hole there. Let that guy go there. Alright. I have to pull this out. Okay, now once you get that in there, some people take this and just bend it one way, and some people take it and they bend it the opposite direction. So I don't know if there's a right or wrong. I think it's just kind of whatever you want to do, just as long as you bend this guy's back. Once you bend him back, you want to fold them all the way to the end here. Now this cotter pin is a safety feature that you really want to adhere to. Okay, there you go. See, that's on there pretty good. How it just wraps around that nut. And the reason you want to have that on there is so that way all the debris that you're cutting with this guy, things can get in here. It could want to back that nut out, and that'd just be a very bad day. So you want to make sure you're following the instructions when installing that, because that thing comes off, you know, and comes slicing your leg or something, and it's because you didn't install it correctly. Well, you can't sue. So do things right. That'll protect you. And so I think we're ready. I think that's the last step. If you want to install this piece right here, you can, and this guy will go right about here. And then when you put that on, you can go ahead and put your harness on, the little safety guy here on. So that'll be real easy. It'll just go on here, use the nut, and then you can just clip onto this guy. That pretty much wraps it up. If you want to watch a video that has a lot more detail, talks about the name of every single parts, be sure to visit Copper Creek Cuts, where my friend Brad Bear will show you a good tutorial on how to install, I believe it's the 10-inch blade on the same machine. I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description. So for right now, this pretty much covers up this guy. If you have any questions, just let me know. And if you haven't had a chance yet, be sure to go by echomeansbusiness.com. It's completely free to sign up. You have a great forum on there with thousands, well, not thousands, but hundreds of topics to talk about. You have 3 general topics, and then within those topics, there's a lot of subtopics. A lot of neat stuff going on. You can talk to pros, pros talk to pros. You can learn stuff from each other. Maybe there's this project you're working on your property. They just can't figure out how to do it. Well, you ask one of those guys, I guarantee you they'll steer you in the right way. And if you hadn't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like, and leave a comment. We'd like to hear from you what type of system you use to cut down brush. That's pretty much about it. I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Lawn Service, and you'll see me on the next one.